Welcome, beautiful people, to this time. Another day has come. The day has come. Hope you're good. Hope you're fine. Ombili Oli here, Mama Africa. The boy is outside here. So today, guys, if you are new, give the video a like, a thumbs up, and if you are a returning subscriber, hit that notification so that every time I upload a video, you're the first to watch. And if you are someone who wants to vent his anger, you can comment down there. And if you are a hater, you know what to do. You can share the video. So guys, I don't know who's watching me. I'm just doing this video. Maybe one day you will watch me. I don't know who's watching me. I'm just doing this video. So nowadays I'm now focusing on the culture of African. So I want to share with you guys the culture of Africa. Today I want to share what I know, and this is all about dowry today. So dowry is one of the cultural practice in Africa that has stood the test of time, and it is preserved. So today we wanna know this about that. So keep locked. If you're on your TV, don't forget to increase the volume. Don't forget to invite your neighbors to watch. So let's talk today about guys, men and women nowadays meet in clubs, meet in church, meet in social gathering in school, and so many places at work, many best places they meet, social gatherings. So many start cohabiting together. They start sitting, living together, even without doing one thing, marriage. That thing is happening so much in Africa. They're doing come we stay, and they stay. They have kids for a very long time, even without going to one's parent to notify that me, I'm having your daughter, or me, I'm having your son, like that. So this thing is going on. If you tell them, they don't want to listen. But what are the repercussions? Now we want to explore. We see traditional and nowadays what has changed and what has is not has changed. So dowry is in so many parts of the world. For example, even in Arab culture, the Indian culture is there. Even though there is reversed role in fun, maybe for example, the Indian is the woman giving the man. In African society, it was the man family giving to the woman family. But here is the opposite. In the Indian is the opposite. It is the woman giving the man. So for us, let's go to us Africa, the one that is so much common in us. So this thing was not introduced by other people to us. They found it with us. And it's a culture that has stood the test of time. And we want to preserve it. Because there's some reasons why we want to preserve it. Because it will protect our kids and our future generation. So culture is something that I value so much, guys. And something that I like to talk about it. In most of my videos now, I want to explore culture. Because they say, Mwachamila ni mtumwa. Someone who has left his culture is a slave. I don't know why they say like that. Mwachamila ni mtumwa. So if you leave your African culture, you are a slave. So there are some consequences that befall people who refuse to follow these culture practices like this dowry. This we are going to explore all of this, and some of them are very hard hitting. Some of them are not hard hitting, but most of them are hard hitting. For example, there's an instance where I went to a funeral. So these people had cohabited for a very long time, the man and the woman. And the man had never introduced himself to the girl's parent for maybe 20 years. So the girl got an accident and in the process lost her life. So the issue was that the man wants to bury the girl, but the girl's family rejects. He says, our daughter was not married. You cannot marry, you cannot bury. And in some communities, if you allow them to bury their daughter, they will do some kind of things on the daughter, and they'll end up harming the husband. So some things are bad things they can do. Maybe you can find that they even do some kind of bad thing that you find that the man does not even marry or even have other kids. So many communities don't want this thing to befall their son. So some you find that the wife is at the morgue, they run to pay the dowry, And the funny part of the dowry is that even if they pay that dowry during that time, the family of the girl will not eat that dowry. It will be forced to give it away or slaughter it. They're not allowed to eat that one. So it becomes useless to the family of the girl. That's why most of the family of the girl, they want it when the girl is still alive, so that they can benefit from it. Understand, guys? So in case you're new to this video, in this channel, one thing you can do, just like the video. Hmm? So to stop these things, that's why the African Traditional Society encourage men to pay dowry before they get a girl or they marry a girl. Keep locked as we continue. I want to tell you so much things, guys. Yeah, share the video. So, guys, me, I'm against that aspect of mm, taking a girl, someone's girl, and living with this girl for so many years, even without going to visit the parents or giving the parents any bride price. Because I don't see it as as a good thing. It encourages bad culture. It encourages irresponsibility. So why do we? I'm not against people not paying, but it encourages irresponsible behavior. So men will do impregnate girls and run away from responsibilities. But men are not supposed to do like that. So let's check today what are the process for giving this dowry in traditional African society before also we go to the modern society. We see if there's difference or still the same. So guys, the process was like this. A girl is now ready to be married when she now shows feminine body structures. For example, the breast start to grow big. She starts now to have hips and also starts having menses. That's how they used to do that. Know that a girl is now ready for marriage. And not like nowadays, a girl is supposed to marry at 18 years. For them, they used to look at the physical features of a lady. And for a man maybe some men had to grow beards. I don't know, but some men had to grow beard. And next thing, before a man gets married, a man is allowed to sleep with a woman who is legally married to the man has to be initiated or circumcised in some communities. I don't know your communities, but in many communities, an initiation process had to take place. Men were not undergoing those things, were not supposed to get married. So this lady would undergo training. They call it jandoni. So the lady will be trained on how to be a woman. So it will be a training. So the auntie and the mom will teach the lady how to behave, how to take care of the family. Now they start now teaching her when she's still young how to be a woman, how to take care of a homestead. Now they'll teach him how to live with a man. That's what something that the ladies before the girl gets married. Those are some of the things they could do. So before the bride price was paid, these things could happen to the girl. So how was the process? Most of the traditional African marriages were arranged marriages. So same like these Indian and these Arab marriages. Most of the traditional African were arranged marriages. So boys and girls, when they reach that certain age, they were not allowed to mingle together. Boys were separated and girls were separated. Boys were to live with their fathers inside, taking care of animals in the bush, and girls were left with their mother. So they're not allowed to be together. So how will it happen? The family of the boy would approach the family of the girl with an intent of cementing the unity of the two families through marriage. So what will happen next? They will go and talk to the parents and say, we have seen something nice here and we want it. You see? Now the parents of the girl will either accept or reject. If they accept, now they will come back to negotiation table. They will ask about the bride price. Now they will come back with elders now. Now the elders from both sides will sit down and discuss about the amount of the bride price that is required. So it will depend with the family. So you find that rich families will go for rich families. So the Father will go for a family that he knows can afford what he wants from the other family. So if a poor family comes to this guy and this guy wants maybe 20 cows and he knows they cannot afford, he will not accept. But if a family comes that will be able to pay the 20 cows, the guy will accept. They become this side, relax more. The guy will accept, the father will accept. So girls' fathers had a very big say in that. And after that, uh, they will now go to the next round now. Next, let's now express now let's explore process the next process now. So guys, uh, after they agreed on the amount of cows that they want, now the boys' family will now invite the girl's family to come to their compound. When they come, they will now choose which ones they want. So they will not take the small ones. They will come and choose the healthy cows, the healthy goats. Understand? So you don't choose for them. They come and choose for them. Say, we want this one, this one, this one, this one. So they will choose maybe around 20 cows, 20 goats. And maybe they tell you, give them maybe 10 sacks of grain. Now the story continues. After the agreement, after the agreement has been cemented, now the boy's family will now plan on how to take those cows to the girl's family. So most of those days they were not pick up like this one behind me, where they could put the cows on or lorries. They would use lorries like the one there. They would use what we call walking the cows. So maybe a distance of maybe 5 kilometers or 2 kilometers. The boys from the boys clan, they will walk the cows up to the girl's family. So when they reach there, they'll be welcomed, and the food that will be cooked there will be provided by the boy's family, not the girl's family. So they will slaughter maybe a goat or a cow that will be used as uh, meat for the festival. Understand now? The budget is supposed to be taken care by the boy. Now, it's now reached now at there now. What will happen now? Now there's a festival that is going to take place now. Let's explore this festival. We see how it takes place. Now the ceremony will take place. At first I told you they will slaughter a cow or a goat that will be used as they call it mboga, vegetables for the ceremony. Also there are these traditional herbs that will be also be cooked. Also traditional foods will be cooked there. Also, next thing, traditional brew is served to the elders. Without brew in some in communities, there's nothing like a wedding ceremony taking place. There must be some brew there. So, those brew, we have one called busa. Busa is made from finger millet. Then we have one called muratina. Then we have kalobo. Kalobo is made from sugar cane. In this marriage dowry ceremony, there's some songs and dance. So there are traditional songs that are sung, and these songs are made to appease the ancestors, to bless the family. So they are dancing men. So they dance. So this dowry ceremony is when the girl and the boy meet for the first time. They have never met. They have never met. So after this meeting, so now they'll be now prepare for the marriage ceremony. So I'll do a video about the marriage ceremony next. We know what will happen about the marriage ceremony. So in some communities they will put together the what do you call it? The dowry and the marriage together. But this one where I was, it was different. Marriage was put different and dowry was put different. So let's explore what will happen next when the uh, dowry process continues. We've talked about the traditional one. Now let's check in modern society now what has changed between the traditional and the modern way of dowry payment. Nowadays, these dowry payments, they have been monetized. So it's a form of show off. Some go just to show off how mighty their pockets are. So it's now a show off. Now that is what is common now. It's now a show off. People now want to show their mightiness. Even come with choppers, come with what? Man, I'm telling you, it's now a way of showing someone financial prowess. And it's what is now going on in society now. Some of the families now they have incorporated also money in it because those days there was no money. Now there's money, so they can tell you maybe pay 10 cows and also pay us maybe 10,000 US dollars. Why? They say they have educated their daughter, so you're the one who's going with the daughter. Now you have to pay them that. But some also tell you, even after you have paid us everything, don't forget to come and visit us because they know they have milked you dry. So they don't want you to run away. They know you will run away. So these are some of the modern. So some things still remain the same. Like animal, they're still the same. Nothing has changed. What has just changed is just pimping it, putting the pump, the clothing, where they want to show off, dancing. Dancing is still the same. Uh, like the slaughtering of animals is still the same. All things are just the same, guys. What has changed? Nothing has changed. What has changed will be the animals are not being ferried by walking. They are being ferried. Lorries are there. They ferry the animals to the bride family, also the elders. But what has changed also is that nowadays you find that boy and girl have already met for a long time without me going to payment of the dowry. Even they have done so much jiggy jiggy outside there. When they do that. But before they could not do those things before marriage. But nowadays the society has changed, guys. People are paying dowry even when they have stayed for maybe 20 years. It's when they are paying dowry. But before their dowry was paid fast. Modern. I'm telling you about modern and before. Modern dowry is paid even after people have stayed together. Even some have even done weddings, church weddings, civil weddings is when they are going to do that. But in some families, even before you do wedding, that's where they catch you. They say you must pay dowry before the wedding. But traditionally, even going to near a girl, you could not go without payment of dowry. But nowadays, some things have changed. I don't know, or it's modernity or what. So let's go on a lighter note. In Africa, in some communities, if you have stayed with that girl I was telling you maybe for those so many years without paying dowry, so when you go to pay dowry, they will put a fine. Maybe they'll say maybe the elders will say maybe you should pay maybe 10 cows, but also they will fine you maybe 3 extra cows. Maybe they say you have taken our daughter without our permission and you have done something you're not supposed to do before. That's how they will fine you. Mm. So many are being fined outside there for lateness. But in traditional, nothing like that. Because people will follow the rules that were set there. Mm. Let me say. So I came about also a situation. Uh, this guy, they had some disagreement with the wife. So they were supposed to separate. And this guy wanted back her dowry. So there are some crazy men who go back and claim their dowry. So I was living in Ukambani area. So this guy had lived with this man and they had some disagreement and they had left each other. You know what happened next? This lady, because she wants to leave this man and this man had paid the goats that's supposed to do, this lady went and bought a goat and come and slaughtered it at the guy's gate there. Then the people were given that meat to eat. So this means that he has refused the man. You see, even when they are divorcing, you refuse the man with slaughtering a goat. When you are coming together, you slaughter a goat to bring it. So I see there's some covenant, making some things they are making because the shedding of blood. When you meet together, the dowry, they shed blood. Also, when you are living, they shed blood. Do you see anything there familiar, guys? Something in Africa about those brides, bride price? I can see something like that. Ah, ah. Or some communities, they reject to give you the bride price if you want because they usually claim this girl has given birth to you, to kids. And these kids, they're now yours. So this bride price, you cannot take it. Also, I found some communities, they say that if you have married someone's daughter and maybe you have separated and the girl parents are having the daughter and you don't pay the bride price for the girl when you are living with that girl, you can go back to the community or the family, give them maybe 5 cows or 3 cows, and they'll give you custody of those kids. So other countries they go to court about what, but for them you go and give cows and get custody of those kids. So you pay dowry, they give you those kids. Also, for example, me also, let's talk about modernity now and traditionally. I cannot take dowry from my kids if I did not pay dowry for their mother. Are you getting me? So if I'd given birth to them and maybe divorced with the mother, and the kids are now want to get married, and the husband maybe wants now to bring the dowry to me, I cannot eat it. It's an abomination. So I'll be forced to pay first to the kids' parents' dowry so that I can be allowed to eat that. If I don't do like that, I'm not allowed. Yeah, it's true. That is one of the funniest part. Nowadays, when I was in back in Kenya, I would see women have this chama for bride price. You understand? Chama is maybe a merry-go-round for women. So they come together and remove money for payment of dowry. So women have come together and formed those groups. So today is me, tomorrow is this one, because they say that the men have become lazy and don't want to do what's supposed men to do. That's what is happening in modern society nowadays. Women paying for themselves dowry. So they have a like a circle. This man, this one, this man, that one, this man, that one. So the man will be there, but the man will just be a statue because the man will be given those things to go and hide Aib. You see, so they say, I don't know the meaning of Aibu in English. I don't know Aibu. I'll just tell you it down there. So they're hiding the Aibu of the man. Women, if they see the man is so much lazy, he cannot afford it, women will come together and pay for themselves. They want to open way for their kids. That is what is happening in modern society nowadays. Women are helping men. But before, women were not supposed to do like that. But nowadays, I don't know what has made men. Men have failed. Seriously, men have failed. That thing was not supposed for women to do it. But how come women are doing it for men nowadays? Men, we need to check on that thing. For me, I not allow a woman to pay dowry for me. Ah, I'm a man. No, 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 that is unacceptable. Abomination. I'm not speaking about Nigerian movies. Abomination. But you see dowries in every part of Africa. If your part is not having the dowry, let's tell us. So, in modern society, this dowry is still given to the girl's father. But if, when, for instance, maybe the girl father and the mother separated, now this is an instance I wanted to talk about also. So that was what I was telling you before. If you gave birth to a girl with another woman and you're not paid the dowry, you as a man, you're the one men are supposed to receive the dowry. So before you receive it, you have to pay for the mother. So even when you separate with a woman, you're not supposed to take that dowry. Like I saw a madman who went and removed the two cows he had paid dowry for a lady because the lady had done, she found the lady doing something very bad with another. So she became angry and went to took the cows. So you're not allowed to do that because that situation will arise. What will you do? You will not take it because you're not allowed to take it. Cultural, even modern now, you're not allowed to take it if you're not yeah. So that thing is still there up to right now. If I'm lying, comment section, tell me if I'm lying. Hmm? Tell me. So some also families, we have some lazy brothers. So these lazy brothers, I want to talk about it. These lazy brothers wait for their sister to be paid dowry. So this way, maybe their sister is paid maybe 5 cows. So they will bring these cows. So these cows will give birth to calves. So these calves will grow up. So these boys will go and tell their father to give them the share of the dowry the sister was bought there. So they will be given, and also they will also again take those back to their wives there. So it's something like merry-go-round. We have some lazy men, some lazy brothers and brothers who are waiting for sisters dowry to come so that they can also doer. Doer means they want to eat what they have not even worked for. So since this dowry for is also helping some others who are lazy also to pay for their dowry for others also. I don't want that thing to happen to me, but it's happening now. There, when you find they are fighting over their sister's dowry, as if it's the give birth, it's our brothers fighting over their sister, as if they are the ones who give birth to that one. It is one of the funny things that is happening nowadays, but it's not something that is allowed. It's something that I don't agree upon it. So it's something that should stop. Something that should stop, guys. You're not supposed to take that thing that's not, it's not supposed to be yours. So I was telling you also in modernity, they slaughter a cow or a goat. This means, and they shed the blood there. This means even in modern society, that thing is still there. They slaughter that thing to bind the two families together. That thing has not changed. You see what I'm telling you about traditional and modern? It has not changed. Still the same things. Just some things have changed, but some things have not changed. What is now changing is just a flamboyancy, but still that thing is inside there. Some families will not accept dowry without a cow, without an animal. Yeah. Others are taking money, others are taking what? But some families, that's why you find in Kenya, we have this too much cattle rustling among the Samburu, the Kipsigis, the Turkana, the Pokot, the Tugen, are there, and the, I don't know about the Masai and the Karamajong. These boys come to go to this family, this tribe to steal cows they bring here. Why? Because they are bringing these cows because of marriage. You find that before you marry a girl, they want you to have maybe so many cows. That's why we still have cattle rustling in Africa, particularly in Kenya, where we have those bandits stealing cows. That thing has not stopped because of this thing of dowry. It's the one that is driving these young boys to look for, to go and steal, bring. So they go and steal, come pay dowry so that they can get married. Because without cows, you cannot get married in those communities. That's why you see that thing is so much prevalent in those in part of Kenya. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. That's the reason why this cattle thing will never end. So also one thing I want to tell you about is separation. So this bride price was put there to stop this kind of things of separation and divorce. Because a man will feel pain to leave his woman or chase away the woman because he has garamikad, he has used a lot of resources to pay for the woman. So a man will not allow it. And in some instances, like I went somewhere, you find that even the lady's father, like where there's Samburu there, lady's father starts getting, when the girl is very small, or the Maasai, start getting dowry for the girl for a very long time. So the man who's supposed to marry the lady will start bringing 2 cows, 1 cow for a very long period of time. So for them, when a girl is given birth, they know those are cows. Among those communities I'm telling you about, they know that is a cow. So you find that most of the people who have these cows are the old men who have 2 wives, 3 wives. So you find those guys are the ones who take the small, beautiful girls in the village. Young boys are forced to go and steal so that they can come and get even a wife. That's why you find that you can find an old man. He has 6 wives, and all of them he has paid the dowry because he has many cows, and he starts paying most cows when he's still young. So when the time comes, they give him the girl. That something is so much prevalent among those pastoralist communities. That's why you see they cannot even sell their cows. When the hunger comes, drought comes, they're just hackling on those cows because of that thing, dowry. So even now, this thing is still there. So that's one of the things I'll try to go there and document when I go back there. Trying to talk to them, trying to interview them, trying to talk to them, talk about culture and see what takes place in those communities. I'm on this road, guys. Actually, you find there's so much noise here. So, guys, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. So, I talk about bride price in Africa. So, after the bride price has been paid, now let's go back traditionally. Now, you're preparing now for the marriage ceremony. Modern way also. After the bride price has also been paid, now also some communities that are following the rules also, that is when they now prepare for the wedding. Before a wedding takes place, the dowry has to be paid first. So the parents will not accept a wedding to continue if the dowry has not been paid or partially. Because nowadays, some communities don't have a lot of cows, they go with money. Some who have cows, they pay cows, but many communities they pay money, and maybe they buy so much things for the family. They can tell you to buy this. So many things they'll ask you to buy. If you buy those things, now you are allowed to have the girl as your wife. Next is the wedding ceremony. Wedding ceremony now takes place after that. But before, traditionally, the boy now has known the girl, the face of the girl. But modern, they have known each other, even they have kulanad before even that time for the marriage, for the dowry has been paid. So the just dowry is just by the way. So you can see differences, but what brings together is that all of them, the same things happen up to right now. Before marriage, dowry has to be paid if you follow the right channels. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy when we talk about this cultural practice in Africa. Next we'll talk about marriage in African society, traditionally and modern. We compare, we see what is the difference. Hope you guys will enjoy it. Thank you very much as I talk about culture in Africa. See you next time. Ombili Oli signing out.
Yeah.
So much love. So,
Mapenzi tena, only tena. You are my lovely, oh, you are my sunshine. Unanipa furaha pamoja na upendo. You are my lovely, oh, you are my sunshine.